10 mistakes you can avoid this Dussehra to improve your communication in English. So let's get started. Mistake number 1, avoid translation. Now, it may sound very comfortable to practice translation, but believe me, translation will never improve your English. If you translate from your local language to English, what will happen? Your local language will improve, your English communication will never improve. So, make it a point from today itself that you have to reduce and completely remove your translation eventually. There are only two ways to speak good English. Number one, step one is you have to think in English, and step two is you have to speak in English. There is no third way. So reduce and eventually remove your translation. Mistake number 2, using wrong tense forms. Now, what is wrong tense forms? What does tense stand for? Tense stands for time. Many of us, while we make sentences, we are not aware of the tense. So we sometimes mix past tense with present tense and vice versa. Please make sure that if you want to improve your English communication, do master tense, do practice tense, become comfortable with tense, because that is the talking about time. So if I'm talking about a past situation, I have to use past tense. I'm using a present situation, obviously the tense will change, or the future situation. So do practice tense and avoid making the second mistake of making wrong tense in your sentence. Mistake number 3, overusing fillers like okay, actually, basically. Now, what are fillers? Filler means you try to fill up something, a gap or an unfortunate event where you are not able to speak properly. We try to fill it up with some sounds, unnecessary sounds, or repetitive words or phrasal verb like okay, actually, basically, and so these are called fillers. Everyone has fillers, that's okay. Some fillers here and there, no problem. However, if you have too many fillers, you need to immediately work on your fillers and reduce your challenge of fillers. So make sure that while you are practicing in English, you are able to reduce your fillers. You cannot have zero fillers, at least you can reduce it. Mistake number 4, confusing singular with plural. Many people have come across who get confused between singular and plural. Sometimes they end up saying children's or teeths. Understand, children is plural, child is singular, tooth is singular, teeth is plural. However, either we are not aware of it or we don't practice it enough. So what happens? We get confused and we confuse singular and plural tense, and we just use it as we feel comfortable. So avoid this, another big mistake. Mistake number 5, not pronouncing your words correctly. So understand, when you are communicating in English, you need to focus on your pronunciation as well. If you are not pronouncing words correctly, people may not take interest in listening to you. So do practice your pronunciation. You can try multiple techniques. Shadowing technique is is a very easy one through which you can improve your pronunciation. Do it every day. Practice your pronunciation, focus on it, and you will see a vast change in your pronunciation. So take this seriously. Mistake number 6, mixing your local language with English. Many times what happens, when we don't get the exact word, we use our local language, we mix it up with English. Once or twice, if you are stuck in a very difficult situation, you used it, it's fine. However, don't use it randomly or repetitively. So make sure both languages are kept separate. Otherwise, you will not be able to synchronize your thoughts with your speech, and people will not be interested in listening to you. So keep this separate. When you are speaking your local language, speak your local language. When you are speaking English, speak English. Don't make it something like English, a combination of your local language and English, which is not required. Mistake number 7, using limited vocabulary repetitively. So many times what happens, because of lack of vocabulary, We keep on using few words over and over again. This creates a irritation factor for the audience. The audience may not like it. If you are using the same word over and over again, the audience may not like it. Once or twice you repeated it, it's fine. But again, I'm doing it continuously, it doesn't sound good. So make sure you increase the variety of your vocabulary, so that while you are speaking with somebody, you are able to speak well, you are able to speak better English without repeating the same words again and again. Mistake number 8, speaking in a low voice. Now, many people have this habit of speaking in a low voice. Why it happens? Because we feel that if we are a bit loud and we make a mistake, people will catch us. So we automatically go low on our voice. Understand your energy level is important in communication. If you have a very low voice, people will feel it very difficult, will find it very difficult to listen to you, and they will not be interested in listening to you. So make sure while you are speaking, I'm not saying you have to shout, but at least you should have a proper voice which is audible to everybody. And you should be energetic in your communication. Energy is the first part people will notice in your communication. Mistake number 9, not listening to the other person properly. Now, many times we make this mistake. We don't listen to the other person and try to give the answer as early as possible. Now, this is because of we miss or we lack active listening. We have to focus on our active listening. Active listening is critical to improve your communication. How you understand if you are an active listener or not? Just notice yourself while you are listening to somebody, how many times you interrupt that person. If you interrupt that person multiple times, that means your active listening is limited. So start working on your active listening skills. Listen to the other person's question or the viewpoint, frame it in your mind what you want to answer, and then go at a proper pace and give the answer in English. It will be good for you. And the last mistake, mistake number 10, avoiding practice because of fear of making mistake. Now, many of us have this fear that if we make a mistake, so what we do, we avoid practice also. Understand this: if you really want to speak good English, you cannot avoid practicing. Just imagine a cricketer, a footballer, a swimmer. If he or she says that I will not practice if I make a mistake, will that cricketer ever be a great cricketer? Will that footballer be a great footballer? Will that swimmer be a great swimmer? Never. So understand, the foundation of your communication depends on your effort level, how much you have practiced. If you don't practice, that is a big mistake. And practice consistently. Practice should not be like one day I practice, 3 days there is a gap, again fourth day or fifth day I practice, again there is a gap. That is not proper practice. Do it consistently. If you practice consistently, believe me, your communication in English will improve very fast.